this video, we're going to talk about the Genetec Connected Store. I want to talk a little bit about where we've come from first and where we're at now and where we're going. So probably just a few years ago, almost all the systems that were used in retail were really designed as standalone, siloed physical security or loss prevention products. That includes things like, obviously, the video system, the intrusion alarms, POS and exception-based reporting, access control, even the anti-theft systems like EAS. All right. None of these systems were really designed to work together, but yet they're all important data points, both from a loss prevention and physical security standpoint. Because they're proprietary, they weren't really designed to work with other software. They all had their own individual management requirements. They all required separate updates. Worse yet, they all had their own user interface. Right, you'd have to jump from program to program. A good example of that might be, using your POS exception reporting, finding a suspicious transaction, and if you didn't have an integration, you would have to then go search for it on the DVR that you're working with. The biggest problem is when you brought in new folks to your organization, each one of those people would require their own individual training on that system. So from a productivity standpoint, it really hampered organizations. In the new normal, we're all trying to do more with less. So a lot of times that means less staff to try and do these things and put all of this information together. So systems have to work together and systems have to work smarter. And so that brings us into the Genetec Connected Store. So what is the Connected Store really? It's a single user interface to combine video, access control, maps, mobile apps, two-way audio, POS integration, EAS information, video analytics or business intelligence, intrusion detection, even license plate recognition, all into one pane of glass. And with the ability to take data points from each one of these individual products and really design and execute a smart loss prevention and physical security platform. So when we talk about a connected store, what we're really talking about is all of the different data points that we can put in. And so some of the things you just heard me mention, things like intrusion panels for companies that possibly are doing their own third-party monitoring for intrusion or panic alarm. Smart key stores, customers out there today that we have that have moved away from traditional lock and key for things like cabinets or drawers or merchandise lock up in the stores. Again, smart key gives you audit capability, letting you know where and when a specific locked area was opened up. LiDAR, so Genetec using LiDAR and our partners there for a couple of different things, both for occupancy management, people counting, but also as an intrusion detection device in areas where a PIR or a door contact may not be suitable. Obviously, being able to monitor locally inside of the store, but also remotely from a SOC, right, through the Genetec Federation. And remote users, obviously a lot of us are working from home these days, and the ability to be able to connect and do investigations in our stores, right, or do real-time monitoring becomes really important, and having a system to be able to accomplish that. Going down, as long as we're talking about investigations, being able to easily share evidence. And this is one of the products that we've seen really explode for Genetec over the last year is Clearance, which is an evidence sharing platform, completely web-based. Works not only with Genetec, but with multiple different platforms out there. It gives you chain of custody, total security in the cloud. Audio communications, you heard me mention that. So two-way talk down is getting big, especially in areas where you might have problems with folks coming in that are hanging around or loitering in a store, or where employees don't feel safe, right? And they can trigger a panic alarm. Mobile video, we talked about multiple uses there, being able to capture video or get alerts and notifications from mobile devices, right? Being able to either move PTZs, or in the case of Genetec access control, lock and unlock doors. Our mobile platform even gives you the ability to turn the mobile device itself into a security camera and stream video from that tablet or from that phone back into Security Center for management out in an area maybe where you don't have a security camera. Analytics, and we'll talk about two different kinds. Business intelligence, so being able to know how many customers are in line, for example, in queue, or how many customers came into a store on a given day. And security analytics, right, which run everything from a virtual fence to gunshot detection, notification of illegally parked cars, maybe outside of a fire exit. And those can either be done server side or on the edge. You just heard about Transaction Finder, which is Genetec's integration with POS that gives you a full exception-based reporting platform with video and a virtual receipt. Real-time location service data, the ability to track mobile devices. Again, very, very useful if you're trying to identify potentially an ORC gang or maybe someone who should or shouldn't be on the premises. Can also be used for counting as well. And then occupancy management and being able to make sure that you're in full compliance with regulations. And then finally, of course, back in the delivery area, access control to be able to accomplish things like unmanned delivery coming in before store hours or late at night, but still being able through a SOC to unlock that door and be able to monitor the delivery process. So what does that all look like for an operator, right? So again, whether you're working from home, whether you're in a SOC, being able to see this type of information displayed, right? Being able to get a notification, for example, if you may have an alarm in a given department, right? Or if there's activity at a front door, or if there's POS information coming through. The Transaction Finder also gives you the ability to stream data live, depending on the API of the POS that you're using. So the bigger picture, of course, is bringing all that information into a SOC and really having an investigation center where you can take these data points, manage them, be able to have actionable intelligence when they come in. And again, expedite everything so that you're getting the most out of the folks that are working in that SOC. Genetec's uniquely qualified, and we obviously have partners that we use for some of these different data points to bring in. Thank you.